bitch. Cause my lab bit bun. Got a brand new whip, but that shit not fun. I been broke since legit, so I gotta keep going. Said I can't do this and I can't do that, but I'm gonna do it, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Cause I don't got much to lose, I don't got shit to hide, I don't got nothing to prove, I don't got no reason to lie. Fast lane, I'ma win my ride. Bad bitch sitting by my side. Everybody got their poison, baby. Take a look at all these drugs you can try.
What's the word, Ron TV family? You know what I'm saying? I'm here with Bobby Trill and the DSA members.
DSAA in this bitch.
You know what I'm saying? So look, we finna get right started on it. Why Bobby Trill, Bob?
So, man, I've been rapping for a long ass time, bro. I've been through so many fucking rap names, trying to find a brand, trying to find an image.
I know that's right.
Bobby Trill kind of came up first. That's kind of like a joke, bro. I used to go by the name Toxic back when, you know, I was on an independent label, Cap City, with my brother Bomani here. Bobby Trill's kind of just a nickname at first. It stems from Bobby Hill, from King of the Hill,
okay,
bro.
I like that.
Yeah,
Take
people,
a little version of King of the Hill.
Yeah,
with it, all right?
for sure, bro.
You kind of look like Bobby too.
That's what I'm saying. That's where it came from, bro. So like before I had the the comb over and shit, it was just a buzz cut. You know, people would clown me in school. Oh, Bobby Hill looking ass. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of just took it and ran with it, bro, and added a little Texas flavor with it with the Trill. So got Bobby Trill, bro.
So what you said, the little Texas flavor with the Trill. So what city you from then, Bob?
Austin, Texas, man. Born and raised.
The big city. So shit, tell me how it was growing up in this city, you know? Because this city is very much different now.
Definitely. Yeah, bro. Well, you know, like I said, born and raised, man. Right there at St. David's Hospital, man. Austin, Texas. Kind of stayed on the outskirts of it for, you know, a majority of it. Stayed out in Maynard for a long ass time, still do.
Goddamn Maynard.
I was out, and that's where I met Boo at Max here. We went to high school together, but I was always in between Eastside Austin, 2-4, and Maynard 5-3. So, you know, I did a lot of jumping around through my parents and shit. My parents weren't together, so I was always all over the place, man. Like, if I wasn't in Maynard, I was near over there, East Austin. If I wasn't in East Austin, I was up on Montopolis, you know what I'm saying? So we just done a lot of skirting around, you know. I have a lot of love for my city, a lot of love for my people.
All right, that's a good little interest to get to know you. So tell me, Bobby, what gave you that confidence to start making music?
Well, since I can remember, I mean, I've always been around music, you know what I'm saying? I mean, my people aren't really necessarily into, like, the whole rap thing, but, you know, my father was a guitarist. His father was a guitarist. It really runs on my dad's side of the family, the music. So, like, it was just a thing of where, like, you know, as a kid, I was never really into, like, the whole, like, learning how to play an instrument thing. And it's not like that I wouldn't want to learn now, but it was just, like, within my environment and where I was being raised and around my people, rap music is what spoke to me the most.
So, basically, music is in your blood, so that kind of just sparked it for you. And you were just like, I'm gonna go on and run with it. But I'm gonna do it differently than everybody else did.
Exactly, yeah. Okay. So instead of, like, you know, doing the guitarist thing, like, I kind of just felt like I should go into a route that speaks more to me. You know, like you said, Austin changes throughout the years, man. So what was popping off in the 80s here is completely different than what's going on here now. So rap was just something that spoke to me, spoke to, you know, my environment, and it gave me, like, a purpose, you know what I'm saying? Like, at first, bro, I was just, like, you know, drawing. Like, you know, I was always creative. But to answer your question, what gave me the confidence to really go through and do it was just, like, you know, when I first started, like, just like anybody else, I fucking sucked ass, bro. But it's that made me more confident in what I was doing. Because, you know, you got everybody left and right telling you, oh, like, you know, you're not good at this. Like, you need to stop, give up, right? So really just that shit talking and people doubting me is what really made me like, you know what, I'm about to prove all you motherfuckers wrong.
I like that. I like that. The perseverer. I like that. So, you know what I'm saying? With that also being said, like, is music, like, is this a dream for you, or is this something that you just use basically, you know, to express yourself? Like, tell people, like, hey, I'm Bobby Trill and this is who I am.
Right.
You know, because some people use music and they just be like, I don't care if I make it in the music game.
Yeah, that's where me and people defer, man. This is a lifestyle to me, bro. I'm 20 years old. Next year I'll be 21. I've been doing this shit since I was like 8 or 9 years old, bro.
Oh, so this is really your love.
This is my everything, bro. Everybody always talking about plan B, you know, like
Ain't no
plan B,
There
There is
bro.
no plan B.
The plan
the
B
only
is plan
plan.
A. You know what I'm
There's
saying?
no plan B.
So
man.
it's more than just a dream, bro. It's like the way that we live, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that. I definitely feel that ain't no more plan B. Like Will Smith said, your plan A should be your only plan.
Yes, sir.
Bobby, any big projects coming up, any singles coming out, anything coming out you want to tell us about?
Shit, bro. You know, we always working, man. We never slacking on that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Matt's is looking at you like you holding something back from us, like.
Bro, there's all kinds of music in the vault. Just recently, man, you know, we kind of ran into an issue with some of our, like, you know, music from over the years kind of got, like, washed away on our hard drive.
Fucking hard drive.
You know, thankfully enough, we got most of those, you know, files back. The thing is with me, though, bro, is, like, once I'm recording some shit, once I got a few songs stacked up, you know, I'm on go mode. You know, I'm dropping. So what I've kind of been focused on.
So you dropping like a butterfly, back to back to back to back to back to back to back.
And that's the goal, bro. Like right now, what I'm kind of focused on is trying to basically like what I'm trying to do is a monthly drop, and it's what I've been doing all year. I've been dropping a single every month.
I feel that. I do that with YouTube. I drop a video every month.
Exactly, because like you know, a lot of people, you know, they'll do the daily thing or they'll do the weekly thing. But see, me like. We spend so much time in the studio trying to perfect our craft. I'm not bumping out a song and like I'm not bumping out 5 songs in a day, you know. So it makes it more consistent and more efficient for me to drop it every month.
Okay.
So basically, since I've already been doing that, it's kind of come to a halt. I haven't been in the studio over the past few months, and I just not recently got back in over these past couple of weeks here with my brother Bomani. You know, he's been recording me for years. We have a chemistry in the studio that matches no other, you know, and that goes with him and anybody else in DSAA. So I'm just trying to find a way to capitalize on those monthly drops in a way that I haven't throughout this year. You know, I've wanted to drop a mixtape every year, and that's what I've been doing for the last couple of years. But as we all know, bro, we drop a tape, you know, it doesn't get the love that we think it deserves, you know, for the simple fact that, you know, we haven't reached that level quite yet. You know, it's on the way for sure.
For sure.
But,
I know what you mean.
Right now, man, we just trying to focus on finding a way to capitalize on those monthly drops. So not only those songs coming on to SoundCloud, but onto like digital streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, and then finding a way to bring new life into that single maybe a couple weeks after with like a video, you know? So right now, that's the focus, man. No mixtape or no album right now.
Trying to work a formula.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that. So you said you've been doing music since you were 8. Music been in your blood from generations and generations. Man, do you remember the first song you ever wrote?
I actually do, man.
What is it?
A lot of people don't remember. And, you know, like, only reason I remember mine was because, like, it was kind of like a learning curve for me, you know? Like, I've always been into, like I said, being creative and writing and shit. I was always into, like, English language arts in school. You know, I was never that good in school, but if I was paying attention to anything, it was a writing. So the first song that I actually wrote was actually kind of like a play off of Drop the World with Lil Wayne and Eminem. So, like, kind of like within the same style, but like I said, kind of like a learning curve. Okay, like, how do I write these rhymes? How do I get this flow down? You know, really like learning the ins and outs of, you know, making a song. So Drop the World, kind of like my own rendition of that was the first thing that I could remember. And, you know, down the line, you know, that grows into, you know, your own sound.
All right. You say it had another remix of Drop the Word. Do you remember any of it?
Not at all, bro. I could just tell you, like, you know, that's what I was writing. I remember being in, like, 3rd, 4th grade in the middle of class. Like, we were supposed to be taking a fucking test or some shit. And I'm like, nah, but I got to get this rhyme in because, you know, like, I got to see what this is about, you know, because a lot of people, you know, even coming out of school, they still don't know what the fuck they want to do. And me, man, like, I was just like, well, even back then, I knew that I didn't want to do no regular schmegular shit, you know? Like, and I already knew I was creative, so I was like, I got to put 2 and 2 together. And, you know, hip-hop was already speaking to me. You know, I was already listening to this shit, so it was just a matter of time before those 2 worlds collided.
I like that. I fuck with it. You got a favorite song you don't record it? Like, you was in the studio and you just like, Yeah, this that one. I fuck with the toughest out of all of them, man.
Bro, there's been so many, there's so many songs that I've had that I've called out like, oh, this shit gonna be a hit, oh, this shit gonna be the one, so I've gone through so much of that where it's like, I'm not really like trying to, call out a song like, oh, this the one that's gonna change our lives, cause, that shit has happened so many times and nothing comes out of it. So right now, like I said, bro, we trying to buckle down on the formula and make sure every song that we drop.
I feel that, but I don't answer my question. Has there ever been a favorite song just to you? Not to the world, not to a song that you be like, hey man, I think this gonna take off. Because if you want me to be true with you, I thought the one I did with Max was gonna take off more than it did.
Right.
So they don't love me.
But
yeah,
the one song that comes to mind that I was really fucking with, that like when I said it was the one, it wasn't because like, oh, like, everybody gonna fuck with this. It was just genuinely like, the one that I fucked with. And that would probably be my single that dropped in the beginning of last year, right before the pandemic. It was a joint called Abbey Road.
Give us a sample.
It's like, got a brand new bitch, cause my last bitch born. Got a brand new whip, but that shit not fun. I been broke since a jit, so I gotta keep going. Said I can't do this and I can't do that, but I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
I like that. That's a song saying like, I'm finna shit on all of y'all and I don't give a damn what y'all talking about.
Exactly,
basically.
bro.
I like that.
Abbey Road.
I like that.
That's just everywhere. That's one of the songs that's on everything.
That was it. Whenever he asked that question, I was like, Abbey Road. Once before you got into all that, I was like,
I can tell. I can tell if I put it up again because I saw your face and your face was like, I know what song it is, but I can't say nothing.
Right.
It's not my energy.
and Bomani has such a big factor in that song too. I came to him with the beat originally, and had the lyrics, and like we went through the whole recording process like we usually do, man. And there was just something missing. So he was fucking, kind enough to throw some strings on that bitch. He is such an amazing, legendary guitarist,
Shit,
and added a whole other layer onto the track that was
playing
missing.
guitar since in high school. Shit, I was in the guitar room. Shit, only black
crazy,
person I
bro.
ever saw in that guitar room. Only black person I ever saw.
Just did a fucking show with the one and only Greg Clark Jr., bro. Like
Gary Clark Jr., yeah, the legend. Ah, man, that was great.
GCJ.
crazy, bro.
We gonna get to that.
Crazy.
But listen, man, is there anyone that's like in this music game that you just like, you look up to them, but you look up to them like you be like, they made it. I know I can make it. We kind of got the same similar flows. You know, it could be. I know I have had people come to me and be like, nah, there ain't nobody like me. Has there been one that you just looked at and be like, yeah, I'm feeling where you coming from?
Well, I'm not gonna be here and saying like oh, like I'm one of a kind, like ain't nobody like me. Like, I get comparisons thrown to me left and right. But I think that's kind of like a beauty of the game, man. You kind of take inspirations, you pull things from here, you pull things from there, and you make it your own. When it comes to the artists that I look up to, I mean, it's really just the like pioneers for me when I first came into it, like Wayne, Kanye, J. Cole, and even the newer cats, man, even though they're not newer, like, but, when they were coming out, like, back in, like, the 2010s, 2011, like, Future, Travis, all those cats, man, I look up to those guys just for the pure fact that, of course they did it, but, they kind of altered their own sound, and they paved the way for the game, and, I fuck with that, and I'm trying to do that myself.
Definitely feel you, you know what I'm saying? You got to give out the Travis a Texas, from Texas, you
Yes,
know,
sir.
showing what it is. Man, if there's a feature, you can pick anybody. I'm talking like you can go from Prince to Tupac to
Right.
from Biggie to Michael Jackson
Type
to
shit.
Beyonce to Erykah Badu.
Right.
You know, if you could pick anybody, I mean anybody, dead or alive, who you pick?
For, like, a feature?
Like they on your song. This is your song and you get the feature.
Bruh, it's so hard to just pick one. You know what I'm saying?
Give me a list.
That's something that's crossed my mind so
Give me
many
lists.
times. Like, my dream album with like the dream features.
Give me a list.
Shit, I
Go
mean,
on, give me
like
a
I
list.
said, bro, like, I mean, shit, like,
Hey,
executive produced by Ye.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? For sure. Like, I need those Ye beats. When when it comes down to, like, you know, it's more than just the rappers, like producers. Like, I want to work with Alchemist. I want to work with Timbaland. I want to work with, you know, the people who really paved the way for, like, you know, artists like us. You know what I'm saying? But as far as features go, like I said, bro, my pioneers, man, like, my dream would have Lil Wayne and M on one track, you know, or have, like, fucking...
That's a hard-ass track.
That's crazy-ass track, bro. Crazy-ass track.
That's a hard-ass track. Just them two on there by
Right.
themselves.
Let Them Murder Me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a hard-ass track.
that shit would be crazy. So, if anything, bro, like, yeah, having M and Wayne on one track, because those are the two people that made me want to do this shit, bro.
What type of artist, right, would you say you is? Because what I see you is, like, I see you as kind of different. Like, you're like, it's like you got an R&B taste, but you put rapping with it. Kind of. You put that together, and I ain't really seen that. Not even, I mean, that's even with artists that's big in the game now. I have not really never just saw that. Like, I was sitting back in my room, and I was just listening to your song, and I was just like, hold on, Bo got something totally different. Bo not rapping about, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm finna come through, and I'm finna your ass, or
right, and you know,
yeah, you know what I'm saying, all that. But you rapping about, like, reality. Some shit, like some reality shit type shit. So what type of artist would you say you is? I don't let the steal a lot of people. I don't call people rappers. I call them artists.
For sure, man. You know, to kind of piggyback off of what you were saying with, like, the kind of R&B mix, you know, that's kind of something that just started happening recently. You know,
shit, keep it going.
Starting off, man, you know, it was a lot of just, like, you know, testing with sounds, and, you know, that's what we're doing right now. We're just experimenting with new kind of, you know, beats, production, flows, you know. So the R&B is kind of something that kind of was just speaking to me at the moment. You know, there was a lot of, you know, stuff that I was hearing. You know, I was like, man, this is a cold-ass song with singing on it. Like, for instance, I did, like, that Streets remix, you know, and that was, like, the first time, like, I had really, like, did anything with that kind of beat. But hearing that beat was, like, you know, like, I don't even really do remixes like that anymore, bro. I used to do it, like, when I was, like, first getting my first records in, you know, learning how to record and shit. Mm-hmm. But that R&B, those R&B sounds that I've been using throughout, like, these last few singles, and even, like, shit on the last tape, Sleep While You Can, from last year, you know, it was just kind of like a, you know, just a moment of time that I was going through. Mm-hmm. Those sounds were, like, just kind of like the ambience to, like, what the fuck was going on in life.
Basically expressing your life and letting people know, like, what's going on.
Like, and, you know, that shit right there, like I said, it's just new. So we always experimenting with new things. You know, I started getting into the drill shit. I started getting it, like, you know, when I first started, it was, you know, more lyrical boom bap shit. I just like to think of myself as a student of the game, bro. Mm-hmm. You know, anything that comes across my way, like, yo, like, I fuck with that. Like, I want to learn how to do that and then add my own style to it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what we see, like, artists like Drake doing. You know? Yeah, like, we can't stay in one lane for so long, because then that shit just starts to get stale, bro.
Put a box on yourself.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So, Bobby, what's your goal for the end of this year?
End of this year, man.
Like, for example, like, I tell myself by the end of this year I want 100 subscribers. I'm at 73 now. Keep pushing. I tell myself, like, well, I want my watch hours to go up by 500.
Right.
I'm at like $2,000, so I want 25 by the end of this year, type of.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So what's your goal?
My goal right now is to kind of just save up some bread to really, like I said earlier, to capitalize on those monthly single drops. So right now the focus is trying to get some money to really put behind the music, because, you know, like I said, I've been dropping the songs on SoundCloud and YouTube, but really ain't no money going behind that marketing or the branding behind any of the stuff that I'm doing. So, you know, the music's on lock, bro. We gonna have that regardless. Right now, what I'm trying to focus on is the business side of things, to find a way for me and my gang to really, you know, get out there in front of the world, bro. That's the only focus right now. Marketing and brand.
What do you want out of the music game? Like, what do you want? Like, some people say they want to be rich and famous. Some people say they just want to be wealthy to take care of their family. Some people just say, man, I don't care what I get. I'm just doing this because I love it.
Right. Well, if I'm going to be real with you, man, I want it all, bro.
Give me the fucking world, bro.
That's what I'm saying, man. You know, like, the rich and famous comes with it. It's a part of, like, you know, like, what we're, like, pursuing, you know? And, like, you know, there'll probably be moments when we finally get there where we going to miss shit like this. But as far as what I'm trying to get out of this shit, man, is, like, you know, when I was just starting and when I was listening to this shit, it was really therapeutic for me. It's like how I got through shit, not only writing my own shit, but listening to people and relating to them. So, you know, that's what I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to help the next person, the next artist. You know, I want to spark a flame in other people when it comes down to, like, the actual core of what I'm trying to do.
I love that. That's the first time I ever heard an answer like that. You want to spark the next generation. I love to hear that. I really do. I love to hear that, man. So, man, any shows coming up?
I just had a show recently, a couple of weeks ago. I don't got anything under my bug, but tonight, both of these fellas here, along with Bobby Pitstop and DSAA, they're going to be over there at the Mohawk at 10 p.m., man. You know, I'm pretty sure this isn't going to air that night, but, you know, they're going to have a show tonight. So, you know, I'm going to be there to support my boys.
No, for real. Most definitely, man. You know what I'm saying? So, how much do you feel like you have grown since you started? Like, not like since you started at 8 years old. I'm saying like since you started, you were like, I'm finna start dropping these songs.
Right. So, I started really like recording my songs when I was like 13. You know, everything before then was just, I was writing shit and rapping in front of my homies, you know, trying to get feedback. So ever since I started, you know, actually being in like, you know, the studios, like at 13 and recording shit, a lot of things have changed. You know, when I was first doing that, like I was still fucking passing out CDs. You know, it was 2014. Nobody listening to fucking CDs, Bobby. Like, what the fuck is he doing? So not only have things changed on like, you know, distribution, but as far as like my sound, it's altered throughout the years. Every year it alters, you know? Like when I first started, like I said, man, it was boom bap. You know, it was all kinds of lyrical shit, trying to put so many words in your ear, you don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. And, you know, when I finally met Bo, and, you know, we was with artists back then, and, you know, that was just kind of like a learning curve as well, finding ways to collaborate with people, and, you know, found a way to like kind of, what's the word? I was going to say enhance, but like kind of like having our both styles come together in a, you know, respective way. So I'm always doing shit, bro, like with sounds, man. I'm always doing the fucking hard shit, I'm doing the trap shit, I'm doing the soft shit. So not only has the sound changed throughout the years, but it's still changing, you know what I mean?
Okay, I like that. So with that being said, like, what do you feel like you really need to work on? Like, you know, because some people feel like, well, my lyric game can be better, or I can push my song more, or I can put more confidence in when I'm rapping instead of saying like, oh, okay, I got the song done, I'm done, I'm just going to drop it.
Right.
What do you feel like you need to work on as an artist?
I'm just trying to make my shit sound polished as possible, you know, and whether that goes into the lyrics or, you know, the way we space shit out within the track, it all depends. But one focus that I got right now is really just trying to find a way to like not only make the hook of the song catchy, but also making the verses catchy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's when you really got something on your hands, when that whole song, even when the verses come in, you know every single word. And, you know, I feel like I wouldn't say my problem, but one of the things that I find myself doing is, you know, I have a bomb-ass hook, and then I come in on my verse fire, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like I almost try to cram too much into it, you know? So right now I'm kind of trying to find a way within flows and within space, and finding a balance precisely, you know? So that's what I'm trying to do right now.
You know what I'm saying? I like that. I really like that. But y'all, this been Bobby Trill.
Yes, sir.
Hey, y'all know what I'm saying? He said he gonna drop a single every month.
Yes, sir.
So from the month of September to October to November, December, January, March, April, May, single.
Yes,
So
sir.
Rondon TV fan, I need y'all to go run them singles up for my partner.
Fuck with it, man.
Hey y'all, Bobby, I appreciate you coming
Of course,
out.
brother, I
Yes,
appreciate
I
you,
appreciate
man.
y'all coming out.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? This is real shit. Hey y'all, I'm gonna catch y'all at the next one. Peace, y'all. Oh, fuck.
That was dope, bro. That was dope as fuck.
Appreciate you, bro. Shit.